Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki, and if it is your first time, then welcome, and if you are already a subscriber, welcome back. Today's look is just one of those just because kind of looks because you felt like filming or you felt like doing your makeup. But either way, if you want to see how I did this, just keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so after priming and everything and all that good stuff, we're going to use the Liquid Matte Foundation by Loreal. And this stuff is a bit powdery, I'm not going to lie to you. I was expecting a little bit different of a finish, and I'm not sure why, because it says right on it that it is a powdery finish. So there you go. And then I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in a darker shade than what I would normally use, and I'm using this to contour with. And then to blend it out, I'm just taking my Real Technique sponge, and at this moment in time it is not damp, but if I were to do it over, I would dampen it. I actually liked the way that this stuff worked out because it wasn't really a harsh contour, and it just, I don't know, it was really subtle and natural once it was all blended out. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to conceal using It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. And how'd you like them brows? How'd you like that brow action? But I applied it first with a brush and went over it with my Real Technique sponge. And now I am going to set and I guess bake my under eye area so that when I'm applying my eyeshadows, any fallout can just be swept away like it was never even there. And then to set the rest of my face, and don't ask me why I did this, because as I said, that foundation already sets to a powdery finish, and you will see that it is very powdery. See what I'm saying? Moving on to brows, I use the Milani brow pomade in Taupe, and there you have that. Just do what you do, how you do it. And if you've watched my videos for any amount of time, you will know that I'm not really super into the heavy brows. I'm somewhat getting there, but every time I do my brows on camera, I'm like, well, this is okay. And then I wind up looking in the mirror and I'm like, I don't know about it. It's still a little bit much, or at least for me on the daily. And sometimes I end up redoing them and sometimes I don't. But this time they were okay. And I'm only going to show myself doing one eye because as you can see, it takes me for stinking freaking ever to get done with my eyebrows. It's crazy. After I apply the pomade stuff, I go and use the L.A.Colors brow, it's just powders, and I kind of go over the areas that still look a little bit sparse, so I just use the lightest shade from that brow palette. Then I'm taking this super affordable eyeshadow palette by L.A.Colors, and girl, I love this thing. I started out with the lightest shade and just went ahead and did a quick wash of color all over my lid, and I know it doesn't really look like it does anything right here, but trust and believe, it makes a big difference for blending purposes, I promise. And then I'm taking the second darkest, or the second lightest shade, and I'm applying that as my transition shade for, again, easier blending. And then I'm going to go in again with the next darkest shade, and it's going to go directly under where that last shade went, again acting as more of a transition shade than anything, because today's look is going to be kind of dark on the lid area and then fade as it goes up. It's not really going to, most of my looks I feel more confident, I guess, when my crease is the darkest area on my eyes. And today I thought I would step out of the comfort zone and make the lid the darkest area. So we shall see how this pans out for future videos, I guess. And I started out using like a little well, I guess it's a bigger pencil brush, applying it to my lid, and I did not like the coverage that that was giving me. So I picked up a large shader brush and started packing the shadow on all over my lid. Because we needed to get the job done, and that brush was not doing it. You see what I'm saying there? You see how quick that went? And now I'm picking up the same blending brush that I have been using the entire time after every color, and blend, blend, blend to get rid of any harsh lines or any patchiness. Now I'm just going to take the black eyeshadow and start smoking it on the outer part of my eyelid and start dragging it up just slightly into the lowest part of my crease or outer V area. And I'm going to try to speed this up so that I don't have to cut out the actual blending process. I'm going to try to speed up as much of it as I possibly can. I do kind of work fairly quick when I'm doing this, but at the same time I'm trying to be really precise so that I actually like the outcome of it. Because like I said, I'm trying out something new for not only just future videos, but also just for everyday wear for myself. Now that everything is blended, I'm starting all over again. I'm starting with the lightest shade and working my way to the darkest, with putting it on my lower lash line so that I can really smoke it out down there as well. So I just applied the lightest shade. Now I'm applying the second lightest shade, and then you get the drill. Then go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. Now I'm using a black eyeliner, and I'm going to line the upper and lower rim of my eyes and apply a little bit to the outermost part of my eye, and I'm going to be smudging that. And to smudge it, I'm using the two darkest shades from that L.A.Colors matte palette and just going ham, just buffing it all in there. And then once I get it all blended out, I like to go back in with the darkest shade. In this case, it's going to be black. And I like to go ahead and darken up the outer corner even more. Like right here, I need to do my eyeliner and stuff just to get a feel for the look. And then I will darken it as I see fit, if you will. Now, just to give the look a little extra kick of color, I'm going to use a burnt orange shade, and I'm going to put that all over the lower lash line and smoke it out as well and meet it up with the shadows on top. Now it is time to curl the lashes and apply mascara. And I was going to try to use my new mascara sample that I got in my Ipsy bag this month, but as luck would have it, I could not find it, so shocker, but we're going to have to use the Voluminous Million as per usual. And then for lips, I don't know what I was feeling today. For some reason, I just went for it. I went for a bright, bold red lip, and I mean, you're seeing it, like it's there. Bright, bold lips. And it looks a little bit messy, so you'll see in just a second that I get a little lip brush and go ahead and clean up and detail everything to my liking. But I cut out most of it because, like I said, it's a process, so yeah. And then I decided that it needed a little bit more something something, so I took a shimmery eyeshadow that was a goldish color and patted it over the top of the lips, over the top of the red. This would be completely optional. I'm not really sure if you would consider this wearable or not. It is very drying, I will say that. But yeah, do you. And then I'm going to bronze up the face a little bit. I'm pretty sure this was an L.A.Colors bronzer as well. I will have it in the description box below. And then it is time for the best part of any makeup day, the highlighter. And I'm using Becca's Opal and just using a fan brush and getting it all up on those cheeks and all on the nose. And the nose, for some reason today, looked extremely shiny, so we had to get rid of just a little bit of that, tone it down just a little. And then I put some on the Cupid's bow, and while I was at it, you guessed it, added more shiny stuff to the lips. And as always, I like to pop a little bit of shine on the inner corner, and bam, y'all, we are done. No blush today. And that is pretty much the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed, and have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, yo.